Good morning everyone, welcome to a end of the week reset video. It's actually Friday when I am videoing this. My house desperately needs some resetting and tidying and cleaning done with it today. So I'm so glad that you have joined me. I've got my sidekick cat Sully here with me. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you will have seen him also make a entrance in my other videos. He, I think, thinks that he's a dog. He's a typical ginger cat. He's super social, loves being around people, well, loves being around me anyway, but wherever I am, he pretty much will follow me as well. Very, very cute. So I'm starting down in my laundry, and in my previous videos I have talked about this phenomenon of the domino effect, where we all have maybe just one chore that then sets off our motivation to be able to carry on with the rest of our chores, you know, tidying, organising, things that need to be done around the house. And fun fact about me, laundry is actually one of my favourite chores. I don't know what it is about it. I love that I can just get all of the items that I want to get into the washing machine and get that started, and that can just be doing its thing while I'm getting on with other chores. And I love hanging out on the line in the fresh air. It's just one of my favourite chores. If you are one of my regular viewers, or if you are new, please, I would love to hear from you. Just any kind of comment in the comment section. And this is just more for my own motivation. I'm still fairly new to this whole YouTube journey, and it just really spurs me on to hear from my viewers, even if it's just an emoji or something like that, or just a, you know, hello, I live in the UK, or I live in France, or wherever you are watching from. I would love to hear from you. It really just motivates me. So hello, if you are new, I am super glad that you are joining me today. So in this current season of life for my family, my laundry routine pretty much looks like most of it is done on one day or over the weekend. In my household, I have 4 of us, so we're all females at the moment. My son moved over to the UK just after Christmas, and then he actually came back home after about 9 weeks being away. But I have a international student who is living with us at the moment, so there's myself, my international student, and my 2 daughters. And most of my laundry, or our laundry, tends to get done on a Friday and then processed over the weekend. This is a view of my very narrow, tall linen cupboard. It's a big mess, and I just wanted to show you that it desperately needs a sort out, so that will probably be a video for another day. But yeah, just full transparency, my linen cupboard is a disaster zone and needs a good declutter and sort out at some point. And laundry routines are going to look very different depending on what season of life you are in at the time. If you have very small babies, then really that's probably not going to work, that you're only doing laundry once a week. I know when my babies were small, of course you're doing laundry probably every day, actually, having to, you know, soak items to get stains out of them. And even toddlers, you know, and small children, they just get very dirty, their clothes get very dirty. So it's going to look different for each family, but at the moment this is what works for us, especially with it still being quite warm the weather over in New Zealand at the moment. We are officially in autumn, but it has been unusually high temperatures here, and this is perfect for still being able to get laundry out, into the fresh air and just drying with the natural sunlight. And I love that. I love the smell of fresh, clean clothes that have been dried out on the clothesline rather than inside. So that's what's working for us at the moment anyway. I do struggle with actually getting the clothes into people's rooms. I think that's probably my one bugbear, as I love the whole routine, but I quite often get stuck at the actual putting it away once it has been clean, dried and folded, and I think that's probably a fairly normal phenomenon for a lot of households. Let me know if this happens for you as well. But I would really love to encourage you, especially if you are a new parent or a young parent or a single parent or just a generally very busy parent. We get so stuck and feel so pressured that our homes have to be perfect, especially with everything that we see on Pinterest and social media. It just, I think, sets us up generally for such a fail or a feeling of failure in our homes and with our homemaking, and just generally when we're trying to keep up, with chores and cleaning and tidying and organising and decluttering everything that needs to be done in our homes, when we are maybe working full time, or just, everybody leads such busy lives, and it's a trap. It really is a trap for our thinking that everything has to be perfect, and that if every surface is not looking absolutely pristine every day of the week, that we are a failure. And it's so not true. So I just really would love to encourage you that something is better than nothing, and just to give yourself some grace and some kindness and some time and just some small wins each day, that you are doing a really good job. And we're all just trying to do the best with the circumstances that we have. My situation is I'm a single parent. I have been for many years now, and my kids were very young when I became a single parent, and I work 4 days a week at the moment. This may fluctuate and change over time, but in the medical field this is considered full-time, because it is a very busy career when you're in sort of medical type work, and it can feel like a lot, can't it? It can feel like too much some weeks, and very overwhelming when you have such a busy job, and then you're coming home and maybe you're doing everything in your home by yourself if you are a single parent and you've got very young children. It can just feel very overwhelming. So some of the sort of processes that I have tried to put in place, and believe me, I am not perfect with this in any way, shape or form, and I have done a video or a few videos on these concepts before, but some of the things that I find help me is, number one, when you're looking at managing your home, is that you would just start or concentrate in one area or one zone of your home, and this just narrows that sort of field of feeling overwhelmed to a more manageable sort of bite-size piece. So if you are cleaning or tidying or organising or decluttering, then just hone it right in to one area. It might just be your kitchen, or it may come even narrower than that. It may be one kitchen cupboard, to declutter one of the cupboards in your kitchen. So just start small, and that sets you up for a win, and it also motivates you to be able to then move on to something different when you see that you have succeeded in that one small task. The second thing is to try and declutter however many items. It might be 5 or 10 items per week, or you may even do it on a daily basis. Just say to yourself, okay, today I'm going to find 5 items in my home that I can declutter, and put it straight into your decluttering box or bag, and get that stuff out of your home as soon as you can. But again, this just brings everything back to a more manageable situation where you're not having to declutter all at once, because we certainly didn't get ourselves into this situation of clutter overnight, and it is going to take more than just a one-off session to organize and declutter our homes. So try and declutter just a few items every day, or even every week, and cumulatively over time it really will add up. The next thing that I try and do is to tidy a drop zone, or a clutter zone I like to call them, for 5 to 10 minutes each day. So this might look like your kitchen bench, or your kitchen table, or any surface in your home where things like keys and wallets and glasses, letters, mail, things like that, just people automatically put those items down on that surface, and this kind of clutter can accumulate very quickly. So just concentrating even 5 minutes, set a timer, you would be amazed at what you can achieve in 5 minutes, and just take items back to their homes, where they belong in the house, throw rubbish away, declutter items that don't need to be there. The next thing I try and do is just to clean one extra surface each day, and this might just be one windowsill. It might be the front of one cupboard door, wiping one baseboard, or cleaning one window. It doesn't have to be much, but cumulatively over time it will add up, and it just makes the cleaning tasks a lot more doable and less overwhelming, especially if you're having to manage this by yourself in your home. And then the last thing that I try and do at the end of each day, and it doesn't always happen, it depends on how tired I am, but I try to clear the dishes away at the end of each night, and put the dishwasher on, and have my sink clear and clean. And you've probably heard this principle many times from other people, but it really does work. When you come down to a clean kitchen in the morning, your future self is always going to thank your past self when you've just put in that little bit of extra effort the evening before. It just makes the whole start of the day feel so much more calm and peaceful and manageable when you come into your kitchen with a clean sink and a clean working area. Now, you can't see it here, but my main priority today with this reset was to get my floors vacuumed and actually mopped as well. I have a elderly Labrador dog and 2 cats, and there's a lot of dirt and hair and just general mess that animals bring into the house, and I could feel the grit under my feet as I was walking through my lounge, and I just knew that it had to be done today. Today was the day. Also, my stairs, they get very clogged up with cat hair and dog hair, and they desperately needed to have a good vacuum as well. I'm pulling out all of these little threads that one of my cats does. She likes to scratch on my carpet. She's actually ruining my carpet. but when I vacuum I just pull out the little threads that she has made loose, and it just makes the carpet look a lot more clean and revitalized. If you have animals that are ruining your carpet or your furniture, let me know, and then I will know that I'm not the only one in this situation. I love them all dearly, but my couch in particular is suffering badly with the cats scratching on it. So one day I will invest in a new couch, probably when my Labrador has passed on to her next life. But for the moment, I'm just going to have what I have in my home and look forward to the day when I can get a brand new couch. So the chores or jobs that I feel I would need to do in my home to do like a proper end of the week reset would be to get laundry done, to vacuum and mop floors, to tidy away the kitchen properly, and also to just basically do cleaning like the toilet and a bit of a spruce up in the bathroom, try and do floors in there if I can. But this is going to look different for each family, as to what you feel you would need to do to get your home back into some kind of order, so you can have a more calm and peaceful weekend or running into the next week. But for me, those are just really very basic things that I would need to achieve to feel like I can go into the weekend feeling like the house is definitely more reset and ready to serve the people that are living in here. And I think that's something to really keep in the forefront of our minds when we are trying to, get our homes into a state that is manageable, ongoing and on the long term, is that our homes are meant to be serving us, not us serving our homes. And I think really the only way that this can be more manageable and not so overwhelming is that we would just try and move as much stuff out of our homes as we can, so we're not having to manage just all of this clutter and moving items around our home from here to there and everywhere, when actually if we just got them out of our homes we wouldn't have to be cleaning and tidying and organising them constantly. And here I am at the part that's so desperately needed doing, which is mopping my floors. It felt good to get this achieved. I hope that someone found this inspirational or motivational to go and do a reset of your own home this weekend. And as I said earlier, please leave me a comment, or in the very least a thumbs up. I really would love to hear from you, know your name or where you are commenting from. I hope you have a super blessed week, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.